ways into the season at this point, Tim, and most of the quality teams now have found their flow, don't you think?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, lineups for the most part are set. Rotations have found their way for coaching staffs. You know exactly how you're going to try to play every night. The teams that are struggling to this point probably have some bigger issues behind the scenes.
But you can have the same names on the jersey, but every season, am I right, is different.
Every locker room is different, every supporting cast, and even the vibe of every season has a different feel to it.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Markkanen and Kessler man the post positions. Then it's Keontae George. Then there's Bailey. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2 spot.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
And he's good on the second.
And you know, Draymond Green is a fiery personality who plays with relentless energy, and he continues to be an impactful, versatile player even at this stage of his career.
Now, here is George. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game.
And he quickly picks up his first foul. That's something to be aware of.
And the Jazz with possession here. Shot, high post, and Markkanen with the basket on the assist from Bailey.
And how about that stroke from mid-range by Markkanen? The 7-footer with a deadly jumper. That's like a defense's worst nightmare.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Wants to get it to Kessler, and does. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Markkanen looking it over. Here's George, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it, more than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
And in the summer of 2022, Greg, the Utah Jazz traded away their franchise cornerstones, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And that signaled the beginning of their rebuild, but they've overachieved for a couple of seasons now that ended last year when they really bottomed out.
And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
And maybe more than any team in the West, G.A., the Jazz really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent, it's also about timing.
And the Jazz with possession here, following the miss by Draymond Green. Pass to Sensabaugh. Back to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Markkanen a screen on Curry. George way outside. The Jazz with another miss. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Back over to you guys.
Thank you, Allie. Pass to Moody. To halt the run, and it's good on the layup.
Such a dual threat offensively. Curry can be the finisher, or he can create like he did there.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. George passes to Bailey. Tipped away. Kessler passes to Bailey. Here's Sensabaugh. Tries again. Here's Kessler. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Warriors trail by 6. Pass to Green. Curry on the wing. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
Well, defending Curry before he catches the ball is so important. He's got such a quick release.
Bailey with a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Jazz leading by 6. Markkanen in the corner. Lets it go with a 3. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Pass to Curry. Puts up a deep 3. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
Now, here's George. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. No good from outside. The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Pass to Curry. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
I mean, what can we say about Steph's jumper that hadn't already been said?
Now Kessler, guarded by Green. Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Bailey. Jazz passing it around. Three-pointer, Markkanen does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Outside Curry. And here is Green. And here is Butler. He's guarded by Markkanen. Markkanen against Butler. No good. Shot missing. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Jazz?
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
The first free throw is good. Podziemski, he's checked in for Golden State. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, he's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Butler. Three-pointer. Utah with the rebound. Kessler's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And we see Brandon Podziemski. He's been a valuable player, Tim, since his first day in the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, he's just the type of guy every team could use. He's a winner, high IQ, a hustle player who connects the game, and he can hit shots from deep.
Here's George, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Buries the long-range jumper. Markkanen's got his second bucket of the night.
Already a solid shooter. When you play off Markkanen, you risk getting burned.
Warriors trail by 7. Pass to Podziemski. Butler against Markkanen. Fires from the wing. And it's Butler missing.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
Now, here's Markkanen. He has 5. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Moses Moody. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Thunder. Outside for Curry. The offensive rebound. Here's Podziemski. Second shot opportunity, and it's sent back by Kessler. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
It's Curry outside. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
Well, I'd watch him the rest of the game because he is seeing a lot of shot strike.
Outside, Markkanen. Back to George. For the three. The three-pointer is right on target. George has got 5.
And developing that three-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Now Curry. He's got 10. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's stolen by Kuminga. Green dishes to Curry. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Curry. Excellent D there from George. Utah leading by 7. Three-pointer, Markkanen. Jimmy Butler pulls it in.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Outside, Kuminga. And the Warriors miss again.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
George. It's stolen by Green. Now the Warriors moving it up. And it's Utah with the rebound. Last time they lost to the Warriors.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
They just committed too many mistakes. It was impossible to overcome.
Now, here is George. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
Tonight has just not been his night. It's that simple. Luckily, they have found success elsewhere.
Here's Butler. Green with a screen for Butler. Markkanen pulls it in.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Kuminga. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 5-point game. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Well, that's a great point, and you can also add poor communication. The rotations were slow and sometimes not even there at all.
We've got 1:48 left here in the first quarter. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And the Warriors with some changes. Al Horford's checked in for Green. Moses Moody comes in for Jimmy Butler. And Hield subbed in for Stephen Curry. And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter. Back to Nurkic. Here's Collier. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Pass to Hield. Here's the three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And that is what Hield does. This guy is a gunner, loves pulling the trigger from deep.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Warriors shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Kuminga up top, shoots over Filipowski. Kuminga, no good. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Shots good by Filipowski.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
The Warriors trailing. Hield outside. Pass to Kuminga. Shoots over Filipowski. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
On defense, Utah. 6 to shoot. Moody the pass to Horford.
Nurkic with great size at just about 7 feet.
Here's Mikhailuk. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. He was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
If you get that much daylight, only one thing is on your mind, a strong finish.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Utah out in front, leading by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from the Jazz so far, what's your take?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
They clearly wanted to be the more physical team, and they are setting the tone that way. I love the work.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Collier. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 3 slot. To the paint. It's stolen by Kuminga. In the corner, it's Hield. Lock at 6. It's up a 3. Horford finds Moody. Three-pointer, Hield. And the rebound by Nurkic. Jazz leading by 4. Pass to Mikhailuk. Drops in the tray. Mikhailuk's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Jazz. Here's Podziemski. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Right side, Kuminga. They kick out to Hield. There's the 3. A rebound by the Jazz. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Here's Podziemski. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Utah's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Mikhailuk can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 7. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey guys, a big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process, seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Here's Filipowski, defended by Kuminga. Another miss by Utah. The Warriors have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Mikhailuk. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
Mikhailuk's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. So it's both teams making substitutions here. So, Tim, I'm sure it's hard to pick one, but who would you call the most underrated player right now in the NBA?
Well, I think it's Pascal Siakam, and I have felt that way for a few years. I just think you're talking about someone who has great energy, plays both ends of the floor, and is a matchup nightmare because of his versatility.
And began kind of in oblivion. He had to play some time in the G League and work his way up.
Became the most improved player in this league.
And they continue to control the glass.
Markkanen passes to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Butler kicks to Kuminga. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jimmy Butler.
Well, as your career goes along, you naturally lose a little bit. But he takes great care of himself. He puts a lot of effort into his preparation, and he's smart about picking his spots. That's why he's still a factor out there on the offensive end.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Richard.
Oh! That's as good as it gets. Woo!
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Three-pointer, Markkanen, and the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Out to the wing. Tips it up, and Butler with the second chance points.
Now, hustle points there from Butler, always looking at ways to hurt you.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Screen by Nurkic. Got a piece of it, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kuminga. And let's quickly check out the best young defenders, how they've been playing in the low post lately. Your rookie block leaders for the past month. Fifth is Ace Bailey.
He's been a factor on the inside. An impressive stretch for him defensively.
Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Pass to Markkanen. The tray. And once again, off the mark by Utah. Here's Spencer. Good, and Butler gets the assist. And now it's only a 5-point Utah lead.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
You know, Tim, they say you can't measure heart, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is nonstop.
Well, you could talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
The Jazz shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
He's off on the first, and the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Warriors trail by 6. From downtown, and it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's stolen by Kuminga. One-on-one fast break, and Kuminga throws it down.
Yeah, that was a foot race in the open floor, and Kuminga is going to win that one most of the time.
Jazz leading by 4. Pass to Kessler. Now Bailey. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Moody the pass to Butler. And there's Butler with the flush.
And Jimmy throwing it down. Wow, that was tough.
Utah's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let them fly. Picked by Markkanen. Warriors with the rebound.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
Back to Curry. Shoots the 3. Wow! Curry automatic from deep.
Yeah, that shot almost feels like a layup for Steph at this point in his career.
Pass to Sensabaugh. There's the screen. Outside, Markkanen. Kessler finds Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
And how about the hops there by Markkanen? He knows not many guys can block that shot. Good at getting that deep post position.
Outside Curry. Wow, magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Utah trailing here. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Al Horford, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga, and it's Buddy Hield in for Moody. And Utah also making a switch. Keontae George, he's checked in for Collier. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Sensabaugh. Butler against Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Monday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And that game against the Hawks, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Butler on the wing. He's guarded by Markkanen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Jimmy Butler earning himself another whistle. He knows how to draw contact.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Shooting 2.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
And free throws have never really been an issue for Butler. Makes a living at the line.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
You know, there's always a lot of talk around Jimmy Butler, but the fact is this. When the game is on the line, Butler can raise his effort level. It's almost unmatched in this league.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Fires it up. Another miss by Utah.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over.
And a deep three from Curry. Offensive rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
And, boy, it's tough. Defensively, you want to be up on Markkanen to contest the jumper, but he can also put it on the floor and blow by you.
Warriors have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. And here is Horford, still without a basket. Here's Richard. No good with the triple.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
George against Butler. Beyond the arc. Al Horford with the rebound, and it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 16-5 run here. To the middle. And the dunk by Horford.
And no chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable.
Now, here's George. He's got 5. Pass to Sensible. 6 on the shot clock. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
1:31 left to play here in the half. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Markkanen.
Great opportunity, and he capitalizes.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Moses Moody comes in for Hield. Here's Curry. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And he also forced a number of turnovers, ending the night with 3 steals.
Here's Moody. Rebounded by Bailey. The Jazz trailing. On the wing, George. Guarded by Curry. George dishes to Markkanen. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night. .55 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. Here's Butler. He's guarded by Markkanen. 5 on the clock. On its way from Curry for 2. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Butler. Butler with the bucket down low.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. Markkanen with it. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Pass to George. Shot on the way, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Studio. Off the top, let's take a gander at the players of the month. Looking at the East, Cade Cunningham.
This is why Cade was selected #1 overall in 2021. He seemed like a guy built to put a team on his back, and now we're seeing it.
Putting it all together. Tremendous talent. Go, Cade.
And now let's talk Golden State. They're in an even matchup through one half of play.
Well, they've worked the ball inside at every turn. This is your type of game, Shaq.
Yeah, the closer to the cup, the better. What's my proof? Cuatro rings.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. The lead is 2. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. Then there's Moses Moody. Then there's Stephen Curry. And Richard. That's the Warriors' 5. Oh, here comes Curry all alone. Oh, Curry is so dangerous in transition.
And Curry is really putting his stamp on this one.
Jazz trail by 4. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And the first one drops. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. We've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch and shoot percentages. Can I get off threes and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high volume 3-point shooting before the game, getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing, and I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
Wow. Outside, Green fires the 3. It's hauled in by George.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Draymond Green's talked about his mind for the game. He said, I've never been the tallest or the fastest. We all have gifts. My IQ is a gift that was enhanced by great coaches. I was taught the game properly, so I'm very fortunate and extremely thankful for the coaches that I've had in my life. Back to you guys.
Paying tribute. Nice job. Okay, thank you, Allie. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And George drops them both. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Pass to Green. Golden State moving it around. Butler, no good.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Bailey. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Butler's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Right side Curry. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
The Jazz shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. On the wing, Markkanen. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Jimmy Butler. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
That free throw good for Markkanen.
And Markkanen is showing the aggressiveness you like to see in a guy with his skill set. Somebody who doesn't lack confidence when he shoots the ball.
And Markkanen drops them both.
And having a big man like him who's efficient from the line used to be a luxury, but it's becoming more and more common.
Outside Butler. From outside the arc. Rebound, Utah. Kessler's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
And staying aggressive on offense. Markkanen's always looking to score the basketball. This guy has really become a refined scorer.
Now Curry. He's got 19. Green deciding where to go with it. Stolen by George. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Jazz lead.
And since the break, they've lost some of their edge defensively, really lacking intensity.
And so here is Golden State. Inside. Shoots it. And it's sent back by Kessler. Curry against George. And the rejection by Curry.
And Steph Curry not necessarily known for his defense, but it goes to show you he plays with great awareness.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And here's Utah. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Markkanen, good.
Look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block and imposes his will.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Jonathan Kuminga. Here's Curry. He's got 19. Pass the buck. Will it go? Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And that's the toughness we've come to expect from Butler. He is never one to back down.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Jazz?
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot?
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Deflects the pass, Bailey, and he banks in the layup. Bailey's got 5 points so far.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Moody the pass to Curry. Curry able to beat the contact inside. Utah leading by 8. Pass to Sensabaugh. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month. The Warriors, number 1.
And right now, their three-point shooters are in terrific rhythm. I mean, they've put on a display here from long range.
The first one falls.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Warriors trail by 10. Pass to Butler.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Butler? He's averaging 11 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. And you love how he facilitates their offense. Just a terrific decision maker.
Well, he just has a great awareness. It is phenomenal how he knows where everyone is at all times.
First one falls for him. And so Butler nails both of them. Here's George. He's got 13. Pass to Kessler. Markkanen kicks to George. Here's the teardrop. Second chance shot. Kessler with the bucket. Kessler's got 5.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Back to Curry. Over George. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Stephen Curry.
Such an advantage to have a big man who can dish it like Draymond.
Backs it out to Markkanen. And it's the Warriors on the break. Butler with the ball. Now defended by Markkanen. And that's good. Stephen Curry for 3. And now it's only a 5-point Utah lead. For Utah, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Pass to Sensabaugh. Five to shoot. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Podziemski, he's checked in for the Warriors. And Utah also making a switch. Filipowski's checked in. Pass to Sensabaugh. Now here's George, guarded by Kerr. Clock at 4, and Kessler throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Warriors trail by 4. Here's Pajemski. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Bailey. Here's Sensabaugh. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Sensabaugh's got 10.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
And here are the Warriors now. There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the fore.
Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
On the wing, George. Pass to Kessler. Count the basket. Kessler's got 6 points in the quarter.
Interior passing is so difficult if you aren't precise. They were right there. Nice work.
Here's Curry. He's got 29 points. Now here's Butler to stop the run. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Filipowski.
And looking to do damage in there, Butler draws the foul.
The Warriors have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
And he makes the first. Nurkic checked in for Utah. And so Butler nails both of them. Jazz leading by 7. And here's George. 13 points in the game. And stolen by Butler. Pass to Pajemski. Down low, Curry. Green breaking loose. It's deflected.
Ace Bailey's going to have the advantage most of the time with that 6'9" frame.
And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
Here's Pajemski. This one for 3. Filipowski grabs the board.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
George passes to Nurkic. Now Filipowski, guarded by Curry. Here's Bailey. Connects from three-point range. Bailey's got the lead up to 12 now for Utah.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Butler, and he uses the glass on the layup. Butler's got 17.
And that's a rare trait for a wing. Over the course of his career, most of Butler's points have come in the paint.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. Off target with his 3.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
But Pajemski's shot is good.
Great use of the bounce pass right there, setting up his teammate.
Jazz leading by 8. George passes to Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. He's got 12. Pass to Filipowski. Shot clock at 5. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And George gets it to go.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And some changes here for the Warriors. Al Horford, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Butler. And Hield subbed in for Stephen Curry. .131 left in the third. Podziemski with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And good that time.
Yeah, Kuminga's confidence is growing down there. Now when he gets the ball inside, he's actually looking to capitalize.
.114 left in the third quarter. Pass to Markkanen. There's a screen. Here's Collier. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Collier's got his first bucket of the night.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Warriors trail by 11. Hield outside. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. To the inside, stolen by Markkanen. Drives to the hoop, and the layup's good off the glass. Collier's got the lead up to 13 now for Utah.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Golden State's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. We've got 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Hield. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's Collier. Pass to Markkanen. From outside, off the mark. And so it's the Utah Jazz looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Markkanen. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Collier. Shot clock at 6. The 3. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Butler's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. To the paint, Podziemski finds Butler. Here's Richard. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, great to see Butler sharing the basketball. Passes like that help develop team chemistry.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. There's the lob to Markkanen. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
They put it up, and Markkanen just powers it through.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Butler dishes to Heel. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Pass to Collier. Kicks it out to Markkanen over Butler. Markkanen can't get it to go.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down. Yeah, just throw it up there and let Kuminga do the rest. What an athlete.
Jazz leading by 7. Here's Collier. Picked by Markkanen. Out to the right wing. Jazz passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Collier. Off target from outside.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Pass to Butler. And here is Kuminga. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Lets the 3 fly. Butler, no good. Jazz have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Puts up a deep 3. And once again, off the mark by Utah. Kuminga kicks to Butler.
Get there.
Fades and shoots. Rebound, Utah. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Markkanen from outside. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Kuminga's got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low, stolen away. And now here's Markkanen, the fast break chance. Shoots over Kuminga. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
I'm a big fan of how Markkanen runs the floor. He's got tremendous mobility, and he knows how to create angles for the pass.
Pass to Butler. Back to Podziemski. There's the pick. Butler from outside. Rebounded by the Jazz. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Collier. Filipowski in the corner. Up top, Markkanen. Nice form on the 20-footer. And it's an 11-point Jazz lead. The Warriors have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Pass to Butler. From 15 feet away, tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Nurkic can't hit. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Butler missing again.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
There's the lob to Markkanen.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Here's Podziemski. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Free throw good, Podziemski. Podziemski hits them both. Jazz leading by 11. Outside, George. Poked away. It's stolen by Curry. Pass to Moody. Lays it up off the glass. Moody's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Warriors. Utah's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. George against Curry. Knocked away. Curry with the steal, pushing it up. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
Jazz have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Pass to Markkanen. George with a screen on Kuminga. Markkanen passes to Bailey. 6 to shoot. Takes a 3. And once again, off the mark by Utah. Warriors trail by 7. Here's Curry. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Curry's got 16 here in the second half.
Yeah, Curry is deadly from anywhere on the floor, including the mid-range.
So it's the Jazz now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Bailey. Markkanen against Kuminga. Kessler's setting the pick for Markkanen. Another miss by Utah.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from 3. Only had that 1 in the first half.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First free throw is good. Moody hits them both. Jazz leading by 3. And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a 3? Reminding them three-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making 3s. Missing? Not so much. Guys?
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Butler against Markkanen. Left side, George. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Yeah, you love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
He is just trying to make an impact by disrupting their rhythm.
It's George on the wing. Clock at 6 to end the cold streak. Offensive rebound. Curry with the steal. Pass to Moody. Over Bailey. And the Warriors miss again.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Markkanen against Butler. Outside, George shoots over Curry. Another miss by Utah.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Green left side. Golden State moving it around. Curry with a wide open look. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got his 6th assist on the night. George against Curry. Castle's screen on Butler. Markkanen fires. Outside George. Here's Bailey. Shoots the 3. That's another rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass. And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Now Green. Curry outside to tie it up. 3. Good.
Well, controlling your heart rate in big moments like this is something that coaches talk about, and this guy can do it.
And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Now Markkanen. He gets it to go.
Accepting more of a leadership role over time. Markkanen not bashful at rising up to take huge shots.
Now here's Moody. Defense right on him. Butler. Markkanen pulls it down.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Picked his pocket. One-on-one here. And he jams it in.
In a game this close, this late, that kind of D is clutch.
It is. And then, Greg, to go in for the flush. That could be a backbreaker.
Well, if you want to seal the deal, that's the way to do it.
Outside George. Picked by Markkanen. Releases. Green rips down the board.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Up top, Curry, defended by George.
The nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Two-point game. Here's Bailey. The three is off.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
And Curry having some fun out there right now. This is the competitive environment he loves.
Butler against Markkanen. And stolen by Butler. And so they foul intentionally. And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Utah calls timeout. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Fires the three. Here's another rebound. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied.
Bailey. So we see the Warriors get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Draymond, you were stacking the assists. How much do you take it on yourself to be a playmaker for this team?
I play with a lot of great players. I just try to find them in the spots that they like the ball. Guys really shooting the ball well. I've been a playmaker on this team for some years now. That's my job, so just try to get them the ball in spots on the floor that they like.
You always bring it on both ends. Thanks, Draymond.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports.